Hello everyone, how you doing today? Sorry about the delays on this ship. I finally just got it out before this video. I planned on getting it released yesterday, but I kept on finding more and more problems with it and things I wanted to do and other things. So I ended up putting probably close to another 8 hours into the ship yesterday. So pretty much my whole day. The live stream with Excalibur did get canceled, so that gave me a little bit more time. And then I was gonna try to release it pretty late last night, and my internet went out, so that didn't happen either. So I managed to get most of the screenshots and everything taken yesterday, and just got it released literally like 10 minutes before this video here, or right around there. Um, so I just wanted to do a rundown on what this is and how it's different from the original. So I got the original Cerberus PSV spawned here. I added four CPU tier 4 blocks to it for now, just to make it so it will turn on. The one on the workshop currently does not turn on without that. Um, so modifications done to this were pretty extensive. One of the first things I did is started redoing the body, and it's amazing how much actually changed on the body. But yet I wanted it to be very similar and recognizable compared to the original. But most of the blocks on the body actually are different now. Now, when this was built, there were less blocks available to start with. So that's one reason for rebuilding the body. Another is there's just so many different more combinations of blocks and things that go with texturing to that can really enhance the look. And then also using like the Skaar texturing, I think is a little more detailed, typically, especially versus the gray flat texturing that I was doing on the original ships that I were making, like the Cerberus here. Um, Now, a couple other things too. Just taking a look at the side profile of the original ship, kind of see that all these angles that I put in here going down to the hangar and things like that were a lot of 45-degree angles and things like that. I used a lot of different changes on this ship, and but yeah, you kind of see what's going on there. On the new one, let's take a look from a side we can see it better. You notice that all those angles were changed to a 22.5-degree angle, and I kind of reworked how this whole body went down and attached to the hanger and tried to just basically smooth it out, but keep the same type of framework thing going on as the original. Um, Now, other changes that were made to it too that I didn't really mention in videos. Well, a little bit on this one. Now, when you go into this one, you notice that the hangar floor sits up a block higher. So when you come in these side doors, you have to go up a little ramp first, which kind of wasted some usable space on the sides here a little bit. On the new hangar, I dropped the floor down one block row, so it no longer has that issue. And not to mention, the hangar was extended by, I think, about 3 or 4 blocks um, lengthwise. So it is a bigger hangar than the original ship by some, not a lot, but it is a little bit bigger. Um, some other changes that were made besides on the hangar. Another big change from the original ship was a little bit on the interior layout. Now this one also had 4 decks, the same as the new ship. All the decks are in pretty much the same spot, except I had, when you first came in the elevator here, it would drop down a couple blocks before it went to the front access room. That no longer works that way on the new one. It's actually straight across now. Um, Engineering, as you can kind of see what this looks like. Let me just jump over to the new ship's engineering area, or remade ship, I would say. It's pretty much a new ship. So go to the same spots here. So engineering now, you can kind of see that the layout's very, very similar to the original. The core didn't move, believe it or not. So this whole thing is about the same over there. I did modify this area quite a bit I put the generators back away so you don't get fried when you walk near them. Added a shield to the mix. I bulked up this front area in front of here now, so it's a lot thicker, even thicker than the original ship had there. CPU blocks, I threw in these doors over here now, so they're kind of in the back. Added some fuel over there. That's about it. Now, lighting wise, lighting has really been changed a lot, and I know it's rather darkish, but that's the look I wanted for especially Skaar. I'm trying to get a sense of, I don't know, bit realism. These are not luxury ships. They're not designed to be luxury. So I kind of wanted it to look kind of crude and authentic and functionable. So it's kind of plausible and realistic looking when you walk through the ship, mostly, from what you can do with Empyrion. Here, now, let's buzz over to the other ship again. And I'll just keep it in daylight for the time being here anyway. It's a little easier to see, isn't it? In this ship, this one did not have a hangar side crafting, and I kept the new one the same. It does not have hangar side crafting as well. In fact, on this one, well, there's the engineering area again, and on this one here, you had a similar floor as to what the original one is, although I restructured everything in here. There's no longer this staircase. And the staircase actually went up to a large farm up on the top area. Now this whole area has changed significantly. But all this stuff that's down here is kind of the same in a new format. So it's got like all the same equipment and things like that, but it has less constructors. Like the original had 8 constructors. Oh my god, I missed a texture over there too. Lots of textures, jeez. Cheap. The constructors no longer line up to the access doors that they had either. They used to actually fit in there nicely before they changed the model on that one. So this the new ship has 4 constructors up top. It has 2 small constructors down in the hangar, just with a cargo box next to them in case you wanted to do some quick crafting of something that you need in the hangar. But as you walk into the new hangar section here, you've got 4 advanced constructors, 80k ammo. Oh, that's an error. Ammo, 80k, volume 320k. No, it does not have volume 320k. Well, darn it, I'm going to have to fix that. 320k harvest bay, and this one doesn't seem to say K past it, does it? Man, okay, those 2 signs, darn. I went over this thing so much, I thought I got everything. I added some lane switches, so there's actually 6 of them for the farm plots. I left 1 on so you kind of know what's happening. But then you got 2 and 3. They're numbered on the actual floor here, and on the other side you've got 4, 5, and 6. Same idea on there. Refrigerators are up in the front area. There's a couple of those and a food processor by each farm section. Inside of here you've got your full medical bay, all your other regular stuff, armor locker, armor repair, O2. So pretty much everything that you would need for all your crafting and farming needs are up on this floor here, and that's right next to the bridge. And the bridge, I ran into a issue with air in a couple different spots on the ship yesterday, and it took a lot longer to fix than I thought. One thing that really kind of astounded me, and I didn't expect it, is I used a blast door for the first time here for a drone hatch. And I was sitting there and I could not get this room to have oxygen. And turns out that blast doors are not airtight. Why in the heck is a blast door not airtight is beyond me. So I had to add in, I put top and bottom just shutter doors to make it airtight underneath there. So just kind of a double protection, and I didn't want to, but it just came down to I had to seal the air leak, and I didn't really want to get rid of the blast door. First time I used it, I figured I'd try to make it work, but seriously, a blast door needs to be airtight. There's no excuse for that. It's, I mean, if any door was going to be airtight, it would be a blast door. So, there you go. Anyway, no big deal, easy fix once you knew what was going on. I also had air leaks in these back rooms. Now, this is another change from the original ship. When you go down these side corridors here, they're about the same, but the original ship did not have this area that allowed you to get down into the rear legs. Now, the new ship does have that. Not that there's a lot of function to this, but if you're going to try to repair stuff from the inside, you can get at a lot of stuff in the legs now. You just got to watch your heat once you get past the these doors here. If you walk obviously too close to the thrusters, they're going to fry you. And let's see, another area that's different here. Okay, so the top floor of the ship now also walks straight across. That was one of the things I did with the alignment of these floors, is try to get them set up so you didn't have quite as much up and down in weird spots as the original ship did. So this is the crew area, and this is the top floor of the ship. Also has access to the landing deck if you go through the other way. In here you have some crew rooms, or a crew room area with a bunch of beds and all your stuff, and it's got even showers with doors. Can you imagine that? And I put in two toilets in here, not just one, but two, and they have doors. Yeah, okay, so basically there's just a bunch of fluff in here, and a bunch of fluff in here as well. And this has like another larger area, and just some open space to chill. And it's got a little brig over here with a laser wall fence, so you can kind of turn that off or on and lock up your prisoners behind this imaginary laser beam here. Again, fluff, but yeah, gotta add it. Nighttime look. I've been tweaking out lighting throughout the ship from when I showed it last. A little better. Again, it's got the dark look, but I try to get splotchy lights. So I mean, I'm lighting the areas that you want to see in, like maybe over here. There is some light over here, which is kind of weird. But then, like those laser beams and stuff, they shine through pretty good there. And yeah, you know, kind of darkish, but it's consistent, and it I would say would look like the other Skaar creations too. I mean, they're all just trying to fit in with the theme here. Yeah, let's see. Take a look at the hangar, also in the dark. And got it tweaked out pretty good. I did re-add the original name to the ship on the sides of the hangar, like it kind of had. It's not in the same spot, as all the blocks have changed here. I also modified these top blocks some more, added some more stuff in there. Went over a lot of texturing and tried to get some more depth everywhere on the ship. And let's see, is there any other sections of the ship? Oh, the bridge, which is floor 3. And the bridge is, well, pretty simple. You do have a drill turret exterior light control. Then you have your thruster power and high performance modes. And with the thruster setup on this, I was able to do it a little bit better with the differences between the two. High performance actually adds in a lot of thrust power, but the ship is movable and fine typically without that. But high performance will turn off. Let me get some daylight again here. High performance will turn off these main side strafing thrusters, only leaving the small ones. It turns off 2 of the 4 reverse thrusters, turns off 4 of the 8 lift thrusters. And that is one thing on this ship versus its size. I know because it's a combat stealth ship, it is fairly heavy, but the lift thrust in here should easily be able to accommodate the weight and volume that it can carry. Hopefully with some extra for high gravity planets. That has yet to be tested though. But essentially it has 5 320K storage and another 80K for ammo storage. Now on turrets, one last thing, I did not use one group of turrets at all. So I avoided using the plasma type turrets. Right now it has flak, a full flak and rocket launcher, actually mostly rocket launchers, and then a lot of cannon turrets and a couple minigun turrets, I believe. But that is it. I was just trying to keep the different ammo types down. It also has 8 sentry guns on the ship, typically for outside protection. You'll have one by the side hangar doors, a couple by the rear hangar door off to the side, a couple around the front area of the ship, over in here to protect the front entrance ramp coming into the ship under here, and a couple more on the side legs over there, just to throw you off if you're trying to invade the ship from the front. So that's about it. I just kind of wanted to kind of show you a preview of this, just to take a look at the other ship again, walking through these other rooms. This is what this top area originally looked like. It did not go straight across to the farm section. In fact, there's this big open area here, and the farm section was slammed in over here, kind of strangely. But that's now been corrected. Yeah, I also noticed that this didn't actually have fridges and stuff up in this area. The bridge is very similar. Obviously I moved some switches around, and the walls and the ceiling and all the stuff has changed some. Again, the original crafting area. I know this ship was my favorite ship for quite a long time, until I built the Perseus carrier, which I liked that ship more because I thought it was had more space, and the layout I thought was a little bit better. But it was a bigger ship as well. It was almost twice the size class of, actually it was twice the size class of this ship, so yeah, to be expected. Yeah, that's how it came out. As in the end, I know some people aren't a big fan of my little fangy things that I added here. I kept them because I just wanted it to look a little more unique from the other one. It's kind of like a hybrid between what was originally there and the other extreme before I modified this, of kind of having a froggy look on the front. So that's where that changed a lot. Yeah. I am happy with it. It's out on the workshop. You can use it. Should be good for standard game rules, as in Reforged, or Reforged Eden. No, this ship wouldn't work with that. I wanted to see what was going on with Reforged Eden and capital ships, so I took a kind of a look at what I could get the maximum CPU potential on a CV using the other system with Reforged Eden. And I realized that it caps out for CVs at 2.1 million CPU, which is not near enough for a ship this size, unfortunately. So I think Reforged Eden, the way it plays out, unless or maybe I'm just using really expensive parts or something, that it seems like building larger ships up in this size class range beyond 5 up to 10 are too big for Reforged Eden. Now I noticed that the Skaar Raider was switched over to Reforged Eden, and I need to take a look at that. I want to see what was done to the ship to make that work, because that's a very similar CPU ship to what this one is, and I'm not sure. Maybe a bunch of guns and stuff were removed, or I don't know. I have a feeling though it had to be cut from where it was. Anyway, that is this little preview showing of this, and I'll leave a link to the ship on the YouTube post if you want to get that or give it a try. I'll probably have to do a patch to it pretty quickly though to fix those two LCDs that I noticed. I, what? Yeah, yeah. There are so many little bugs and things I had to work out yesterday. I was planning on spending like 2 hours on the ship finishing up and then releasing it before the live stream. Like 8 hours later, I was like, I'm not even sure if it's ready yet. So yeah, I think it finally is ready, but new bug. All right, hey, see you later, everybody.